It was a humid summer morning in San Antonio, Texas, when police received a frantic 911 call that would shake the entire community. Neighbors reported strange noises coming from the home of Maime Hernandez Mills, a well-liked 45-year-old woman known for her hospitality and devotion to her only son, Carlos Mills, age 22. When officers arrived, the peaceful neighborhood looked undisturbed until they stepped inside the house. The living room told a story of chaos: overturned furniture, shattered glass, and a blood trail leading toward the kitchen. In the backyard, officers made a horrifying discovery: 2 bodies, one male and one female, lying motionless beside the patio. The woman's face was partially obscured by a blanket, and the man's hand still clutched a blood-stained knife. Within hours, the house was sealed off with yellow tape, and reporters swarmed the street. What made this tragedy even more disturbing was the rumor circulating among neighbors that Maime and her son shared a relationship that crossed moral and legal boundaries. Detectives quickly identified the victims as Maime Hernandez Mills and Carlos Mills, but what no one could immediately explain was why. Was this a double suicide? A fight gone wrong? Or something much darker? An act born from a relationship the world was never meant to see. As investigators began combing through the house, they found journals, emails, and photographs that hinted at a disturbing intimacy between mother and son. What started as whispers soon turned into national headlines, and the question everyone was asking became chillingly clear. As investigators delved deeper into the Mills' lives, a disturbing pattern began to emerge. Friends and neighbors described Maime and Carlos as unusually close, inseparable even. They were often seen shopping together, dining out late, and sharing what many called an uncomfortable level of affection. Detectives found hundreds of text messages and emails that revealed a shocking truth: the relationship between mother and son had gone far beyond familial love. The tone of the messages hinted at obsession, jealousy, and emotional dependency. It was a relationship built on secrecy and control, one that teetered between passion and madness. Family members later admitted they had long suspected something was off. Maime had isolated herself after her divorce, pouring all her attention into Carlos. He, in turn, had dropped out of college, spending most of his time at home. It seemed as if their world consisted of no one but each other. But behind the closed doors of their suburban home, arguments had reportedly become frequent and violent. A neighbor recalled hearing screams late at night just days before the tragedy. It sounded like pure rage, she told police, like someone was losing their mind. Investigators also discovered a disturbing journal entry in Maime's handwriting. "If I can't have him, no one will." The entry was dated only 2 days before the killings. As the evidence piled up, detectives began to piece together a horrifying timeline: a relationship fueled by taboo, emotional instability, and a love so twisted that it could only end in blood. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. According to police records, a neighbor's outdoor camera captured the faint sound of yelling around 11:43 p.m. at the Mills residence. Investigators later determined this was when the fatal altercation began. Inside, the tension that had been building between Maime and Carlos finally erupted into violence. Forensic reports would later reveal that both had been drinking heavily. Witnesses recalled earlier that day seeing Carlos pacing outside, muttering angrily into his phone. Later that evening, he was seen returning home, slamming the door so hard it shook the frame. Inside, the fight escalated rapidly. Investigators pieced together the scene from blood patterns and shattered items. Dishes thrown, furniture overturned, and finally, a knife drawn from the kitchen counter. Detectives believe Carlos stabbed Maime first, possibly in a moment of blind rage after she threatened to expose their secret relationship. But what happened next shocked even the most hardened investigators. Carlos didn't flee. Instead, he stayed beside her, calling 911 and confessing that it was an accident, his voice trembling, incoherent. When police arrived minutes later, they found Carlos still kneeling beside his mother, covered in blood. But before officers could reach him, the knife was turned on himself. The 911 call ended in a chilling silence. Both were pronounced dead at the scene. It was a murder-suicide that left behind no survivors, only questions. Within hours of the discovery, the Mills home became a media circus. Police officers stood guard as reporters crowded the quiet street, cameras flashing, microphones thrust forward. What started as a tragic murder-suicide was quickly evolving into a national scandal. A mother and son entangled in an incestuous relationship that ended in bloodshed. The investigation turned up evidence that left even seasoned detectives shaken. Photos on Carlos's phone revealed moments of affection that no one could explain away as innocent. Hidden folders on Maime's computer contained love letters, vacation selfies, and a shared journal chronicling their forbidden bond. The media wasted no time sensationalizing the story. Headlines screamed across the country, "Mother and son's forbidden affair ends in tragedy." Texas town horrified by chilling incest murder-suicide. Social media exploded with outrage and disbelief. Some blamed Maime, calling her manipulative and emotionally abusive. Others painted Carlos as the victim, a young man psychologically trapped in his mother's control. Meanwhile, police continued to search for answers. Toxicology reports confirmed both had been intoxicated, possibly heightening the violence. Forensic analysts pieced together a final timeline: the argument, the stabbing, the desperate 911 call, and the final act of self-destruction. Experts on criminal psychology weighed in, describing the case as a textbook example of emotional dependency, boundary collapse, and delusional attachment. But for the town of San Antonio, it wasn't theory, it was real. The house, once a symbol of suburban calm, was now forever stained by one of the darkest family tragedies in Texas history. The aftermath of the Maime Hernandez Mills case left a permanent scar on the San Antonio community. Neighbors still speak in hushed tones when passing the now-abandoned home, a place many believe is cursed by the darkness that once lived within its walls. The story spread across the internet like wildfire. True crime enthusiasts, psychologists, and moral commentators dissected every detail, trying to understand how a mother and son could cross such a line and what could drive that twisted love to murder. In the weeks that followed, investigators released their final report. The conclusion was heartbreaking. A pattern of emotional manipulation, mental instability, and isolation had festered for years. Maime, struggling with abandonment and loneliness after her divorce, clung to her son as her only source of love. Carlos, unable to escape her influence, developed a dependency that blurred all moral and emotional boundaries. When that relationship turned toxic, fueled by jealousy, guilt, and fear, it exploded into fatal violence. Experts described it as a psychological collapse disguised as devotion. The case reignited national conversations about mental health, family boundaries, and the warning signs of codependent relationships. News outlets debated whether social services could have intervened earlier, while others questioned how such dark secrets could remain hidden for so long. Today, the house on Maplewood Drive stands empty, the paint fading, windows boarded, and memories locked inside. It serves as a chilling reminder of what happens when love turns into obsession and trust becomes a weapon. In the end, the Maime Hernandez Mills case wasn't just about murder. It was about the terrifying truth that sometimes the most dangerous relationships are the ones closest to home.